Welcome to WildNote. I'm Chris Webster, and we're going to learn how to organize our survey forms with sections. For this video, I'm going to start on a survey layout screen paired with the actual survey for data entry. I like to do this when I'm creating survey forms or editing survey forms so I can make the changes on this side and then see the changes in real time over here. To do this on your own, open up the survey form layout screen over here on this side. Check out our other videos for how to do that. And then simply right-click on Projects or some other tab setting to open a new window, and then layer that window over here and navigate using the Manage Data tab and Review and Edit to your survey. Again, we have videos on how to do all that stuff in the WildNote video library. So there are two ways to organize your survey forms with collapsible groups of questions. One is with repeaters, which we talk about in another video, and the other is with sections. Let's take a look at what I have here on the screen. There's an administrative section with the survey date, which is automatic, the name, the employee number, and then I have some questions about birds and I have some questions about trees, but there's not a lot of organization to it. This is what I tend to call paper on glass. It's just a representation of a paper form, and it's sitting right here on your screen, and it's not very dynamic. In the field, we'd like to be able to just see what we want to see at certain times, so let's clean this up a little bit. So over here on the layout screen, I can see all my survey form questions over here, just like they are over here in the same order, but there's no organization to them. So let's first add a section here. So if I hit Add Question, and then under Question Type, I choose Section down here, I'm going to create an administrative section first. Then I'm going to create another section called Birds. And then finally, I'll create another section called Trees. Okay. So now using these little arrow icon here, the up-down arrow, I'm going to drag this one to the top. And then I'm going to drag this next one underneath it because I want birds next, and then I want trees next. Now you can see sections. The question type is labeled right here, and it says section. They do not have this little icon right here. It says drag to move under section when I highlight it. Sections do not have that because generally you're dragging something into a section. You're not dragging a section into something else. So let's click and drag on this little icon for name, and we'll drag it into the administrative section. Okay? And then we'll do the same thing with employee number. And then let's take all the bird questions, and we'll put those under birds, bird photo. Okay, now it looks like we're all left with tree questions. Now they're under trees right now, but you still have to drag them under the section, otherwise they won't be inside the section. Okay, so now we've got all that. Now let's take a look over here. I'm going to hit Command R. It's Control R on a Windows machine. And now you can see we have all the sections. Now the questions are not necessarily organized in the order that we want them, so we're going to move those around within the section as well. So first we want to know, is this a bird? How many birds are there? Oop, look at that. I missed a bird question. It's actually in the trees. That's really good to know because now I can drag this up into the birds here, and you can see how I can move that between sections. So first we have, is this a bird? And if it is a bird, you want to know what kind of bird is it? And then how many birds are there? And then a bird photo. Is this a tree? What kind of tree is this? How many trees are there? Okay, so let's go over here. Refresh, and you can see we have all of our bird questions here and all of our tree questions here. So that's looking good. This can still be cleaned up with conditional logic and repeaters, but you'll have to look at our other videos for information on how to create those question types and how to work with conditional logic. Check the video library for other in-depth videos and for information on anything related to using WildNote. Thank you.